Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's roll.
Here we go. A debut for two young fighters.
Wow, you're going to look for some explosiveness.
Lawler loves to throw. He definitely enjoys throwing uppercuts, hooks, knees, arms, whatever it takes. He is a big-time possessor of some bombs, and he throws those bombs with passion.
Watch the top. Let's go to the top.
Oh, there's a good right combination, and a knee that lands. Oh, teeing off early on Aaron Riley.
And that's what we talked about. There is no one, unlike Aaron Riley, who could take those shots.
Knees up.
Aaron Riley involved in some legendary matchups, as you well know, Jeff, in hook and shoot, where he was the recipient and also the deliverer of many big shots.
Two of the greatest wars I've seen, and ironically, two of those guys on the card tonight, as the two tie it up once again on the feet.
One thing I'm seeing right now is that Lawler's wrestling is definitely dominating the fight as far as he's able to stay on his feet, and it's definitely taken a little bit out of Riley's game on wanting to get it to the floor.
Pretty simple that Riley wants to take him down and work submissions. Lawler wants to do exactly what he's done so far. That knee was not there, and so he backed off as Riley was able to defend. Continuing to try to throw bombs, though, is Robbie Lawler.
Watch the head movement of these two guys. Riley moving out of the way of several heavy blows, that knee, and Lawler does the same. Incredible defense, not only offense, from both.
Looks like Lawler's settling in right now at the moment. Getting a little used to being in there.
Lawler tries with the left. And there's a good knee from Aaron Riley. So Riley with his first point scored here in round one.
One of the factors I think
You got 3
will
minutes.
be in this fight is that Lawler has not been past the first round. He's completely dominated and knocked out all of his opponents. And it will be a test if he goes past this first round here tonight.
Definitely that being the case, but also you got to realize Miletich is the person that's cornering him, and their whole team is well renowned for having good conditioning and understanding what it takes to be inside that ring.
Where does the mental frustration, though, start to come in for Lawler, especially here in the first round? If he connects with what he thinks are a couple of big bombs and Riley goes unfazed, does he begin to get frustrated?
He might be frustrated. You got to be honest, you hit a guy with your best Sunday punch, and he's just looking back at you smiling. It could be a little unnerving. But he has to realize he's scoring points. He's winning on as far as the judges are looking at it. So far, I'm taking him as winning this round. And that should calm him down once his corner lets him know just to keep on doing the same thing he's doing.
Jeff, it seems Riley has adjusted to Robbie Lawler's assault of uppercuts and crosses and the mixture of punches that he possesses.
2 minutes left.
There's,
2 left.
they're both southpaws, so it's interesting you don't see this too much in the UFC. Oh, nice left by Riley.
Oh, a combination, and down goes Riley. Lawler trying to finish it here quickly. Riley was phased and knocked to the mat, and now he's trying to recover.
Watch for leg locks from Riley. Watch from the big pounding assault from Lawler in the half guard of Riley.
Spectacular combination by Lawler.
Definitely, and a lot of intensity to follow it up and going for the kill.
Wants it right back up.
Probably the first time Riley's ever been knocked down in mixed martial arts.
That's definitely a confidence booster for Robbie going into the later rounds.
4-0 in mixed martial arts is Robbie Lawler, and he connects again. Good straight punch ahead.
Aaron has traditionally been a slow starter. He really pours it on later in the
1
fight.
minute left.
1 minute left in this first round. If he gets past this first round, it may start breaking the will of Lawler.
Well, we talked about it. Robbie Lawler has pretty much had his way and delivered more than one successful punch. Again, the straight right. And there's a left that connects with Riley. Robbie Lawler impressive here, controlling round number one.
One thing that's impressed me is Riley's chin. He's taken quite a few blows that I can attest to here at the corner side, and he's still in there swinging with there's nothing wrong with the kid.
Most guys would get up slow. Riley, when Lawler backed out, just hopped right up.
Goes for the takedown now. And that we did not expect to see, because Lawler, we thought, would try to keep it on the feet as much as possible.
Watch Riley with the foot in the hip. He'll push off, try to swing around for armbar.
Now there he's right back up. Final seconds of round number 1, and an impressive round 1 for Robbie Lawler. Truly the young guns taking the center of the octagon here in their debuts in the welterweight category.
I think one thing we're seeing really come into play right now is Robbie Lawler's reach, him coming in at 5'11", and Aaron Riley only coming in at 5'7". The reach really seems to be being a factor here in their exchanges.
Militich fighters work a lot with their striking skills. They bring in professional boxers into the training facility in Davenport, Iowa quite often.
Watch kids, watch kids.
Militich loves to strike with the guys he trains nowadays, and Robbie Lawler loves to throw him himself, and he has so far in this matchup. What does Riley want to try to do differently, Jeff?
He's probably going to start working the leg kicks and hopefully shoot a takedown, take Lawler out of his game, and work from the top.
Lawler misses that time with the right. Riley seems unfazed by the punishment that has been delivered upon him.
I've seen Riley take a knee to the chin in the first 20 seconds of the fight and come back to finish strong. And that's got to be frustrating for Lawler, but he's still delivering heavy shots.
I really only see in this fight going to the ground at this point if Lawler initiates it. It doesn't seem like Riley's going to be able to get an attack to take him off his feet. The wrestling background is just playing into a strong role in this game.
We've talked about that often. To be a wrestler is a great benefit to any fighter, to have that wrestling background, if not purely for offense, but for the defense, as Lawler goes for the high kicks, and Riley connects. So Aaron Riley, after the missed kicks by Robbie Lawler, scores more points.
Nice knee to the stomach. Riley will draw.
Oh, big one! Riley with the huge knee on Lawler, and now he's trying to finish it off. Riley feels it, Lawler delivers back. Toe-to-toe, and another knee to the midsection.
Definitely see Lawler's medal here.
Lawler starting to breathe. He backed up against that fence. Takedown by Robbie Lawler.
Aaron Riley, just as we had talked about the potential of wrestling and it going to the mat, showed us he is comfortable on his feet. And now he wants back up, but Lawler takes one to him right in front of our broadcast position. Oh, another knee by Aaron Riley.
And he's going to take some life out of Lawler here.
Oh, nice forearm shot. Riley will utilize that knee to the stomach and wear his opponents and take away that gas, take it completely out.
Jeff Riley likes to work in these close quarters, doesn't he?
Sometimes he doesn't have a choice against a guy like Lawler, and there was that high knee to the head. This is where that experience factor should come into play. This is the longest Lawler has ever been in a fight.
Trying to just work the back of the leg of Robbie Lawler. Just to knock down Lawler's gas tank a little bit more.
They work on a lot of knees.
And they break. 1:43 remains in round number 2. Oh! Riley again with the knee. And they close the quarters. Riley really liking the knee usage here. An uppercut.
He's getting wild. Lawler's got to keep those hands up. He's starting to drop his head a little more, but he still has a lot of power.
Yeah, his punches are starting to turn the corner a little bit more. They're not as straight as he was firing in the first round.
And those were the ones, Frank, in the first round that connected right onto the face of Aaron Riley with those straight punches.
Technically perfect. He shot his backhand right down the pipe. Any boxer would have been proud of that move.
Lawler's hands are way down.
1 minute!
He's dropping his hands. I don't think Riley is going to go high with a kick, but you never know. Takedown by Robbie Lawler.
Good pace to this matchup. Toe-to-toe action.
Not a good pace right now if you're Robbie Lawler. I think it's starting to get to him.
I agree.
He is throwing bombs and keeping those hands down. And this is where Riley will pour it on. He only has 30 seconds left in this second round of 3.
Keep those knees up.
There's another forearm that connects. Riley on Lawler. 20 seconds left in round 2.
Another forearm.
This is what we talked about potentially with Lawler. You train for the 15-minute fight, but if you've never been pushed inside the real deal to 10 or 15 minutes, it is a different world.
Totally different.
Stumbled and fell into the fence there towards the end of the round once he heard the bell. This is the final round.
Lawler re-energized for now, but for how long? As Riley has withstood the punishment of the first round and delivered his own in the second.
I have to be honest with you, I don't know if I came out kicking already fatigued.
Great point. That time he scored a point, though, with the left.
Single leg. And almost a takedown, but not quite. Out comes someone's mouthpiece. Looks like Lawler's. Riley's gonna go for that slam.
He's got it. Didn't come down on him, but did bring him down. They're right back up.
Interesting. Oh, climbing up the back on the cage.
What can he do from here, Frank?
He's going to go for the lion kill. He's definitely going to go for the neck, hopefully staying on the back with his hooks. Kind of an awkward little Matt Serra position here.
There's Riley's mouthpiece. It came out. Lawler has got to possibly move off that fence.
Riley bloodied up a bit. The shot he took on the left hand of Robbie Lawler. He's trying to set up a submission. Aaron Riley trying to end it.
Sorry, Mike. Lawler being bloody has been Riley being bloody has been an accepted thing in probably the last 10 fights he's had.
One thing about the choke that Riley is trying to use, if the hand cannot get behind the neck, Riley won't have the pressure to be able to choke him out. The hand across the throat right now is not what's putting Lawler in immediate danger. But if Riley hooks up the hand and puts it behind his neck, his left hand, there'll be enough pressure to get the choke, the tap, or even the pass.
3 minutes, 10 seconds remains in the third and final round. And Lawler able to fight through the submission attempt. And now he's working combinations on Aaron Riley.
Riley's up. Talk about Rocky.
Oh, there's a big knee. Lawler working on Riley again. Riley, truly a warrior.
Let go of the fence.
Robbie definitely proving his mettle here. He was fatigued in that second round, I got to tell you. I don't know if he was going to make it for the third. Here he is slugging full intensity.
Let go.
Lawler that time with Riley down, tried to take the action to him and it worked very successfully.
I'm probably more nervous than Riley right now. I'm proud that he's here, and I'm proud of this fight.
This is a great debut for both Aaron Riley and Robbie Lawler, as the timeout
You put in his mouth.
is signaled by the referee, Larry Landless. Mouthpiece readjusted and reinserted.
A little bit of wind help out Robbie. Get him a little fresh.
No water. Right here, right now. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's roll.
Here we go. Lawler probably ahead in points now, and that helps. We know he was able to earn round 1. Riley easily could have been given round 2. And Lawler controlling the pace for the most part here in round 3, other than the submission attempt.
This has lived up to what everyone around here said it would be, a stand-up war. And now going to the ground. Riley tried to slip around for armbar. I don't know if Lawler wants to stay on the ground or stand.
Lawler, oh, big left! Faked it and connected. Oh my! Trying to load up again, and this time he kicks.
Look at Lawler's hands way down.
Is that confidence, or is that fatigue?
I think it's a little bit of confidence. That was a pretty tricky move he pulled there. Pulled off to the left, act like he was fatigued, fired back a straight left. That's a very experienced fighter's move there, coming from a very young kid.
Robbie Lawler again tries to come up top with the left.
Oh, he's gonna go for that takedown. And gets it.
Don't put the face. Don't put the face. Break it mentally. Break it. Right there, stay.
Look at him, he just kicked him off with both feet. And back standing up. Not sure how much time is left.
Deep breath, Rob. Take a deep breath.
Gotta be dissipating.
Deep breath, Rob.
Our third and final round.
Hit your head. Don't lean over like that.
Another knee to the stomach.
Hey,
High knee. Lawler's head was not down far enough to have a big impact.
Hey, let's go. There we go.
Lawler comes back to the middle of the ring again. Look for another combination. Riley shoots in quickly, and the uppercut is blocked. Lawler with a right, and just missed with that left.
Snap the jab. Snap the jab.
Tried the straight right.
Looks like Lawler's getting a little frustrated, but Riley's got to pour it on here.
Keep your head up.
Not much time left.
Here we go. Final 10 seconds of round 3. A knee and an uppercut. One from Riley, one from Lawler. How good was that? Tremendous debut.
After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' cards for a decision. Judge Marcos Rosales scores it 29-27, Lawler. Judge Nelson Hamilton scores it 29-28, Lawler. And Judge Jeff Mullen scores it 29-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Robbie Lawler.
You ready, Tiki?
And the ruthless one, Robbie Lawler. And here we go. Lawler has a nasty habit of disposing of his opposition in under 5 minutes.
Lawler likes to stand southpaw and throw a big right hook, too.
There's
Nice
a good
leg kick.
Yep. Both in the black trunks. Tiki's got the beard and the shaved head. Oh,
big right hook.
Big right.
Throws that right hook. Just evil intentions. He's a big Mike Tyson fan, Robbie Lawler, and he throws punches just like it. Nice leg kick.
Yep. That's what Tiki's going to try to set up the hands with the leg, isn't he?
Yeah, Tiki's looking very good on his feet here. Looks like he's been training a lot of Muay Thai.
Now remember, out of the Miletich camp, good Muay Thai fighters there, especially Pat Miletich.
Absolutely, and Tiki trains with Rob McCullough, who's one of the best Muay Thai guys in the world in Team Punishment.
So Lawler used to having to work against the kicks, especially training with Miletich, but those are 3 that have connected nicely. Quick snap of the left leg.
Robbie Lawler's right leg is already swelling up. You can see the red on it. Tiki with some excellent front leg kicks. Nice, again, same spot. Same spot with that leg kick.
What a pace to the start of this fight, Joe.
Absolutely, these guys are throwing.
Welterweights, one is 21, 25.
Leg
that
kicks.
one took it. Right and left leg arsenal here. And now he goes.
Oh, nice.
And a knee that connects on.
Oh, big right hand, big right hand. It's over. That's what I said about the big right hand. It's over. It's over. Wow.
The fight.
Dynamite in his hands. Dynamite. That's what I was talking about. This kid swings to kill you. Every punch he throws is to knock you senseless. There's no feeling out with Robbie Lawler. You might be okay for a little while, you might feel confident in there, and then boom, you're asleep.
He just missed with that knee right before
Tiki's
Lawler
just a
able to
little
bring
too
that
loose.
right in. Yep.
Yeah, it just got a little too loose. Here's the one that did it. Boom. The first one cuffed him and brought him to the ground. When he got to the ground, that was the one that stopped him.
And watch at the end of the replay, Nelson Hamilton step in. You always talk about of the utmost importance is the safety of our fighters, Joe. Watch Nelson Hamilton. Tackles Robbie Lawler. Great move by our referee.
Yeah, that was fantastic. You see Robbie Lawler had a chance to pull his hip back and really push his weight into that punch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner by knockout at 1 minute 29 seconds of the very first round for the winner, Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
Ready. Let's do it.
Here we go. Lawler, the southpaw. Koscheck comes out quickly. Throws the kick. A slip.
Well, he went to fake. Yeah. He faked the takedown, and Robbie bought it.
Koscheck looking for the takedown here.
He gets it. One of the best wrestlers in MMA.
Absolutely. 4-time Division I All-American. Now, Lawler has trained his entire life with wrestlers. But let's see if he can control Koscheck as this fight continues.
Robbie spent a lot of time in American Top Team preparing for this fight.
Don't
and
hit
he
the back
had
of
to
the head.
know that there was a good potential of him getting stuck on his back. So let's see. Oh, wow, he's trying to butterfly sweep here. And Robbie gets back up to his feet. Outstanding. But Josh Koscheck still got a hold of a head and arm here.
Lawler, an old-school Milicic fighter with the great wrestlers, including the Hall of Famer Matt Hughes. Then he spent time at Power MMA in Gilbert, Arizona, with the likes of Ryan Bader and Aaron Simpson, CB Dalloway.
Josh is bleeding out of his nose. I don't know what caused that, but it's something to keep an eye on.
Might have been in that exchange as Lawler looked to stand up. Now remember the damage to the orbital bone in the GSP fight.
So far, Robbie's doing a very good job. Almost hitting that butterfly sweep, getting back up to his feet. Josh is still locked onto him like a pit bull. But keep an eye on the butterflies. The butterflies are the insteps attached to the inner thigh of Josh Koscheck. And that's what Robbie Lawler is using to elevate the hips of Josh Koscheck and try to get him off of him. See him here, how he's lifting that left leg of Koscheck's up in the air? But to Josh's credit, he's staying heavy on him here. Josh trying to take his back. He's got one hook. Robbie needs to keep those arms away from his chin.
Robbie had said for a long time, Joe, after all the 8 fights at 185 in Strikeforce, that he was hoping, he was planning on a return to the octagon, and that's when he would go back to 170. Of course, that's exactly what he's done. All of his fights in the UFC, other than the battle with Evan Tanner, were at 170.
It gives him a much better chance at getting back up. You know, against the elite wrestlers at 185, he just was having too hard of a time. Guys like Jacare, Tim Kennedy, the big, strong, powerful 185ers.
Koscheck really working for a third takedown here in the first round.
Well, this is an intelligent game plan for Koscheck because it does 2 things. 1, it forces Robbie Lawler to fight Josh Koscheck's fight, and 2, it wears Robbie Lawler's arms out a bit and makes his punching power diminish a bit.
Does work.
Because Robbie Lawler has some scary power.
On Saturday, March 16th at UFC 158, live on pay-per-view. George St. Pierre finally meets Nick Diaz. Carlos Condit battles Johnny Hendricks from Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Tickets are still available.
Nasty knee to the body by Lawler, and another one. And Lawler's on top here, sprawling, lands a punch. Let's see if he can get some distance. He's sneaking in an anaconda choke.
Trying to land some left hands to Koscheck's face.
Oh, big punch. Oh,
that hurt him, Joe. Looking to finish it. It is all over. Robbie Lawler, victorious in his UFC return.
Wow. That's the kind of power that Robbie Lawler brings to the octagon.
Dana White just said he's back.
Let's go fight.
And here we go. Southpaw. Lawler is in the blue and red trunks, black trunks for Bobby Voelker.
Robbie looking to come over the top with that right hook right away. And Bobby's aware of that. Noto, he's tucking his chin behind that shoulder. It's an excellent technique of Robbie's, one of his favorites, that lead right hook.
Talk so much about the long career of Robbie Lawler. He made his UFC debut in 2002 at age 20, just a few years out of high school. Voelker has 24 career wins, though, so he's been around a long time as well. Lawler with 20. 5 of those in the octagon. Nice knee.
That was a kick to the body by Lawler. And Voelker trying to, wow, Robbie just ragdolled him to the ground. And Robbie's ground and pound is quite nasty. In half guard here. Voelker clinging to that overhook, holding on to that right arm of Lawler's, does not want to let it go. Trying to stand back up, but he's got to be careful of the shots that he's going to take as he gets there. Good job by Voelker.
Robbie Lawler has been training at American Top Team for the last few fights. He does have his longtime striking coach, Matt Pena, there with him.
Very nice knee to the body there by Lawler.
Good head position being utilized by Lawler.
Nice knee.
That allowed him to land that knee a moment ago. And he's really head fighting. Voelker's already bloodied up.
Yeah. Lawler, as always, very aggressive. Attacking the legs here with the knees.
Nicely done.
Very nice combination.
Yeah,
big uppercut. One of the things that can make this fight interesting, Mike, is Voelker's chin. Voelker's known to take a very good shot.
Voelker fights with a similar style to Lawler's. He likes to go toe-to-toe. He doesn't mind being in wars. He doesn't mind brawls.
He's quite a bit stiffer, though, and not nearly as explosive.
Both men really explosive with their punches.
Checked. Robbie closing the distance here.
They're always looking for the big knockout shot. Lawler has been quoted as saying if he were a baseball player, he'd be a home run hitter. That's the way he fights.
He's just looking to find the distance here. Oh, head kick. Very nicely done.
Voelker took punishment in the Gotay fight early, but came back and finished very strong in the third round of that battle. So we know how durable Bobby Voelker is.
A lot of movement here by Lawler.
Another
head kick. Even if you block those are damaging. Nice flying knee. Beautiful. Robbie Lawler mixing it up.
Yeah, he looks sharp so far, Joe. Voelker trying to find his range. Nice elbow.
Stepping in elbow by Lawler. Lawler's just the faster fighter, Mike, and it's quite clear. Nice kick to the body there, though, by Voelker. He might have hurt his foot there, Mike. He seems to be wobbling a bit after he threw that shot.
Significant strikes so far, 2-1 for Lawler.
Good combination by Lawler. That right hook again over the top.
Yeah. He's got Voelker a little short-armed right now.
Voelker has to get Robbie Lawler's respect, or Lawler's going to tee off on him like this. He's got to land something to get Robbie thinking. Because Robbie right now,
again,
oh man, he's just sizing him up.
Final seconds of the round. Flying knee.
Flying knee.
Lawler looks outstanding right now.
This is as good as he's ever looked.
Good job. Ready? Let's go fight.
Matt Pena said, Robbie Lawler, just keep changing levels. You're doing an outstanding job. And in the corner, Bobby Voelker, they said, stop waiting for him. You have to be the aggressor. You have to get there first.
Well, this is as polished as we've ever seen Robbie Lawler. His timing is outstanding.
Little slip. I mean, and mixing things up brilliantly.
There
you go again.
That's it. That's it.
And it is all over.
Wow.
Head kick knockout. Ruthless Robbie Lawler. Wow.
As I said before, that is as good as we've ever seen Robbie Lawler. His timing, his precision, his movement, and his intelligence. The octagon intelligence that he was showing. He had found this high kick before, but wasn't able to get it past the guard that time. Shin to the dome, and Robbie Lawler turns the lights out in spectacular fashion. The ruthless one comes into his own at 31 years of age.
Joe, Robbie Lawler has been rebuilt.
He certainly has. I mean, the way he was moving, not just all aggression, but unpredictable, showing angles, footwork, light on his feet, Everything was perfect tonight. Just a grade A+.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 24 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout, Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
You ready? Get it on!
Here we go! Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Lawler the southpaw in the dark trunks, white trunks for Rory MacDonald.
Good straight right by Rory. Rory fights long, Mike. Yes. And that's one of the things that presents his opponents with a lot of problems. He's very good at closing distance and then getting away.
The chance of USA for Lawler. Good left hand.
Guys just measuring each other.
Yep.
Looking for openings.
15th year as a professional for Lawler. So that goes back to when Rory MacDonald was 10 years old. Nice jab.
Strong inside leg kick by Robbie.
Rory returns. A lot of mutual respect here, Joe. There's that long right again.
Didn't quite make it though. Caught him on the end of it.
Rory, a great athlete, as both men are. Jonathan Chainberg has worked very closely over the years, the strength and conditioning of Rory MacDonald.
Robbie is showing patience in this fight, Mike. And that might not be anticipated by Rory. We're seeing a thinking Robbie Lawler. You're seeing a guy who's still growing and learning.
Get it up, get it up, get it up.
Robbie says, I'm good, let's go. I mean, Robbie even said the other day, Joe, that he's grown as a fighter in the last 7 months.
Well, they say that about a guy who becomes a champion. When the guy becomes a champion, his confidence grows. And you saw that from Robbie as he's standing there being introduced. He was loving it. He was enjoying it. Much more animated than we've seen from him in the past.
Absolutely. It's been quite a journey for Robbie Lawler. Amazingly, too, Joe, the first champion from American Top Team. And he's staying right out of harm's way, right at the end and then a little bit back of that right hand of Rory MacDonald. The southpaw orthodox matchup. Watch for those straight punches.
Both guys very cautious here. They realize also this is a 5-round fight.
Yes.
Conserving the gas tank.
Just the second 5-round fight for Rory MacDonald.
There's that right hand again. Rory looking for the uppercut as well. Looking to get Robbie to open up and be aggressive, which is his usual style. So far, Robbie laying back, very patient.
Robbie said years ago if he were a baseball player, he'd be a home run hitter. Lawler always has that left hand ready to go. Rory's last 5-rounder was against Tarek Safady in his most recent win in Halifax. He finished that fight in the 3rd.
Roy's having some good success with that kick to the body from the back leg.
Under 90 seconds.
There's a shot.
Good, strong.
Nice knee. Nice knee by Robbie as well. Robbie's been spending a lot of time working with King Mo Lawal, who's an outstanding wrestler. A lot of training with him, tightening up that wrestling defense as well as his takedowns. And again, it's one of those things about having such an amazing gym with American Top Team. So many great uppercut to the body by Lawler. It was a hard shot to the body.
We listen into Lawler's corner. There's the man you mentioned, Joe.
Too far.
There's that kick again.
I'm gonna tell you again, Rory, get it up or get it down.
That one glanced off the cuff on the way in.
And he was warned by John McCarthy. Robbie landed that, landed that right hand, Joe. Heard his corner calling for the 2-3. With that straight left and a hook with the right. Up the middle, like you said earlier.
Same shot. It's a front kick to the body.
20 seconds. Nicely done. Good connection. That was the 3-2. Final seconds.
The only problem with a round like this, they're feeling each other out, but
we do not know quite yet. Round 2. Up the middle of that kick again, Joe.
he keeps glancing off the cup, though. He did it again. You see there's a red mark on the belly of Robbie Lawler where he's landing it, though. But several times he's knocked off the cup on the way in. Just the trajectory of the kick.
2002, Robbie Lawler, considered the Mike Tyson of MMA, and the champ is watching Octagon side tonight.
Robbie's having good success with that right jab.
A lot of footwork. Significant strikes thus far. Rory MacDonald +10. Robbie trying to close in now. Just stuck the jab right in the face of Lawler there. Robbie looking to parry that lead hand and deliver the left.
Robbie checked that leg kick from Rory well.
There's
Good
a good
straight left.
And answered by MacDonald.
Rory opened up that combination there.
Well done.
Oh,
Up
and
the
it went
middle.
to the chin.
And you know what? He's been setting it up going low, Joe.
He likes to throw that fake front and then turn into a roundhouse kick as well.
11th time Lawler has been scheduled for 5 rounds.
Again, to the body.
Measure, measure,
Razahabi.
measure, measure. Beautiful. You're doing beautiful. You're doing beautiful. Beautiful. Pick him apart, baby.
TriStar knows a little something about champions. GSP, one of the greatest ever, and a true mentor to Rory MacDonald.
He mixed it up well there with a good straight to the body, but Robbie caught him again with that jab. Oh, he went high with that. Very nicely done. Out of nowhere.
Back to the center. Lead hook just missed.
Yeah, Rory's doing a good job of staying just on the outside of that, catching it on the very end.
That kick that he keeps going to, Joe, is starting to open up other options. And as you mentioned, you can see the redness on the stomach of Lawler.
Yeah, it will pay. It will pay dividends if he keeps landing it. And he did it again. Robbie's starting to block it now. He's not letting it go through. Partly because he anticipates that it's coming, but also because it's doing damage.
Let's see if
And
Robbie,
he went there with the punch.
in blocking it, leaves an opening for Rory, though.
Well, as Robbie is getting more aggressive to try to pay Rory back, now Rory's having a better success countering, but that was a beautiful 1-2 by Robbie.
Such great footwork.
Oh, nice combination.
Little
Oh,
slip and rip. Rory's busted up a bit, Joe.
that was that 1-2
And
by
again.
Robbie, and again.
Lawler feeling it. You can tell by the way he's moving right now. Feels the momentum.
And Rory with a nice combination. Oh,
And
nice.
again.
And again.
Good
They're
counters
starting-
by
they're-
MacDonald.
oh!
Big left
Hard
hand
left
by
hand by
Lawler.
Robbie. They're opening up.
Robbie pushing forward. The rematch for the title.
There's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pouring out of Rory's nose.
Robbie's busted him up. And we're just in the second round. Robbie
Good 1-2.
again with a combination that scores with now just 30 seconds on the clock.
He is such a much more polished striker.
in this most recent run in the UFC. He's just a completely different fighter.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's incredible. That after all these years, he's still learning and growing.
Again, he connects. Rory, though, again on the counter. Final seconds.
Robbie tagged with another left hand in that exchange. And that is his big power shot. He throws that sweeping hook, too, to set up the straight left.
Corner, despite a good round for Robbie Lawler. Habi said he's getting a little anxious in there, forcing it too much.
Well, Robbie has been so patient, so uncharacteristically patient. And this is, again, a part of the maturing process that we've recognized from him. He's just getting better.
Robbie has finished 20 of his 25 wins with 19 by strikes. 5 of those kicks and knees. Rory looking to find the range, take the momentum back. Good second round for the champion.
That was one of very few kicks that Robbie's thrown in this fight. Making sure he doesn't get taken down. Oh, good left hand.
Rolled underneath it and boom.
Snapped his head back.
Robbie again steps in. Rory looks to answer. Lawler keeping MacDonald at the end of that jab.
Beautiful straight jab. Again, a stinging jab by Robbie Lawler.
The jab, the significant difference here in this fight. And there are few better than George St. Pierre with the utilization of the jab. Robbie's doing it against Rory so far. Can he get a takedown?
He's looking for it. Wow, beautiful sprawl by Lawler. Beautiful.
Outstanding.
And punishes him.
Rory's taken down 8 of the 9 opponents.
Oh, wow.
He's attempted to get to the ground. He hasn't done it yet against Robbie.
Rory's face is a mess. He's bleeding from several cuts now.
Yeah, he's by far taken more damage tonight than in any fight in his career. Vancouver, he was 7 seconds in what many believed away from victory. Carlos Condit turned it up in 2010 in the previously mentioned meeting with Robbie Lawler. 18 wins despite those 2 fights. You'll see how the momentum is changing towards the champion.
Well, clearly from the second round on, it's been Robbie Lawler getting the better of the exchanges and definitely doing the most damage. And this round, even more impressive. I mean, Rory is really busted up. He is a mask of blood.
Come on, let's work.
And Robbie looks good. Robbie looks, took that one. Robbie looks like he hasn't taken much damage at all, Joe.
Even when Rory's, that was a nice shot by Rory. Even when Rory's landing these shots, Robbie's managing to get just out of the way of them. So they slide off of him or catches him on the end.
Right there.
Oh, he caught him with a nice short right hook.
Yeah, he did. Just over a minute and a half on the clock here in round 3.
Rory also can't breathe out of his nose right now, so he's forced to fight with his mouth open.
You heard Habi in the corner saying, don't clear the nose, watch as he went in after that round to get attended to. Also makes you susceptible to the knockout. A big cut on the forehead over the right eye of Rory as well.
And even though Robbie's had Rory hurt, has damaged him considerably, he's still very patient. And that's the new Robbie Lawler.
Sometimes it's your second or third trip around the track, which is your best.
So he's catching him on the very end of these, which really doesn't have a significant impact.
Right.
It's like the power area, Robbie, blocked that, but he might have hurt him.
Yeah, he's staggered. Rory closing in now. Robbie staggered by that kick.
He's hurt.
He's hit again. MacDonald
in big trouble, Mike.
Rory feels it. Knee.
Elbow.
20 seconds. MacDonald pouring it on. 15
Nasty
seconds.
elbows.
Robbie trying to get out of the way. Looking to survive. Wow. Advantage.
Robbie Lawler.
Rory MacDonald.
He's badly hurt. Excellent punches. This is a wild fight.
Championship rounds. First time ever for Rory MacDonald.
There's that head kick again. Robbie's in trouble. He is in trouble.
Sahabi said you are figuring him out.
That front kick, what a combination.
Nice elbows. MacDonald with a knee. Looking to finish it right here and become the champion.
Kick to the body. That front kick, he says he's fine.
John McCarthy right on top of it.
He's talking to him. Robbie turns to him. He keeps saying, I'm fine. Leave me alone.
Those kicks to the body hurt Lawler.
And to the head again.
This is a whole different fight.
This is incredible. Beautiful elbows by Rory.
Rory trying to break him down now. Round 4. Robbie fires back. Some swelling on the right eye of Lawler.
Again with the head kick.
Robbie getting wobbly out there.
Completely different fight here. Rory's just picking him apart from here.
One head kick and boom, everything turned, Joe.
And Robbie still looks like he's on wobbly legs.
Absolutely.
He doesn't look like he's penetrating with his punches.
Rory's staying careful, staying disciplined. All of a sudden, the momentum on his side, and that's got to give this kid confidence.
And Robbie's not offering any threat right now either.
Right. Rory was confident, of course, coming in. Robbie was very good early. Rory frustrated. Now he's getting the better of Robbie Lawler. 2 minutes into round 4.
Again, he masked it with the punch.
Sahabi talked about that, Joe, in the corner.
Superman punch.
Superman landed. Look at the blood, though, still from Rory MacDonald.
Good right hook by Robbie.
Robbie back on the board. What a fight.
Good combination by Lawler. Lawler seems to be recovering.
They meet. Uppercut landed by MacDonald. They work in the clinch.
Robbie with the kick to the body. Beautiful elbow by Robbie. Nice jab.
Yep. Stiff jab. Connects again.
Roy's getting a little reckless here, Mike.
And that's what Sahabi said, don't do. Be patient. You're starting to figure him out. Lawler's starting to work his way back. Answered that head kick with a combination.
Nice 1-2 by Rory.
Robbie was in a
beautiful shot. Look at that sprawl by Lawler. Outstanding.
Right after him again. Robbie was in trouble. John McCarthy. Watch Robbie work his way into this round. That now has 90 seconds remaining. Robbie, the dominant striker, rounds 1 and 2. Rory, amazing in round 3.
Again, that front kick to the body.
Joe, their last fight was very even until the last minute or 2. That was a 3-round battle.
Good right hand over the top from Rory. A lot of blood coming out of Robbie's mouth now.
Yeah. So you want to be a mixed martial artist. so much determination. Working through very deep water early. Now Robbie looking to connect again. 20 seconds remain in round 4.
Both guys are standing much more flat-footed in these exchanges, Mike. As they fatigue, they're having a harder time getting out of the way of these shots, and it makes these exchanges much more dangerous.
And both of them having a tough time breathing.
Again, he goes to that head kick.
Ready? Get it on.
5th and final round. Their first fight, a split decision.
Fingers up.
Lawler
Fingers
took
up.
over late. Can Robbie do so here and defend? Or will we have a new champion?
Superman punch. Nice jab by Robbie.
Yep. It may very well come down to these 5 minutes, partner. Nicely done again by Lawler. And again.
Wild exchanges. Oh, he tagged him with that left.
Look at how ferocious Lawler is here in the 21st minute. Lands it.
He's hurt. He's hurt.
This may be it.
That's it. That's it.
It is all over.
Wow.
Robbie Lawler remains the welterweight champion. Watch it. He'll grab his nose.
It just shattered on him. Yeah, and he just couldn't take the pain anymore. Covered up, and that was it. I mean, it was already a shattered nose. But that one punch was the straw that broke the camel's back. What an incredible fight. And a fight where both men were really pushed to the limit. But Robbie Lawler, like champions do, found a way to win.
Unbelievable battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute of round number 5. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
And does not seem to be slowing down. As a matter of fact, seems to be enjoying himself again out here tonight.
Yes.
A nice start there from Diaz.
Live odds have turned up a notch. Robbie Lawler minus 450.
Especially as he continues to just pressure Diaz. Oh!
Wow.
Great combo there by Lawler. Oh! Diaz landed a good shot there too.
Diaz now rips the body. What a fight. Oh! Right hand connection from Lawler. Lawler wise to welcome.
Oh, something happened.
The Lawler Diaz back to his feet. That's it. Diaz does not return to his feet. Robbie Lawler gets the win by TKO. A lot of mutual respect between the two combatants. Diaz welcomes Lawler back to his feet. But it seemed as though Diaz did not answer Jason Herzog's imperative to get back to his feet, and as such, it is a TKO by referee stop.
Right body shot. Punch, punch. Robbie lands the left hand. Look at the right hook there. It's crazy too, because that's the same shot that Diaz got him with in fight number 1. It was the check right hook. Herzog asked Diaz if he wants to continue. Diaz says, oh no. I mean, this is a nice check right hook right over the top. Diaz extended too much on his punch. Robbie landed that punch into night of Diaz.
This fight clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of UFC. Prices in white. Lawler out of that southpaw stance in black.
Nico said he wants to get right after it. Robbie Lawler said him retiring comes down to the fact that he just can't enjoy the training process as much as he did before. He said when he doesn't have a fight, he's having a great time. He said, but the moment he gets in the camp, he's like, I don't enjoy this.
Right, he feels like his energy in training when he has a fight on the books is different when he doesn't.
What a way to go out.
You cannot draw it up any better.
What a way to go out.
I mean, there are no fairy tales in fighting. Robbie Lawler just is living one right now.
That's a fairy tale.
He got the fairy tale ending.
Did not take much time to cash plus 185 tonight.
Tee it up for me, J.A. Right here, you see Robbie take that clinch. Boom! Left hook over the top, another one. And then watch the uppercut. Bang! Uppercut lands. Another left. Nico Price goes down. Robbie doesn't even have to follow up. Look, man, there are no fairy tales in fighting. I cannot say it enough. Our champions go out on their back. That is just the way the story always ends. Tonight, Robbie Lawler gets the opportunity to go outstanding with that visual. Somebody get that man that photo.
Wow.
That visual right there where he throws his hands up, proclaiming himself the victor as he has a massive, best performance he's had in years.
Absolutely incredible for ruthless Robbie Lawler. Some suggest the most basic human need is to feel appreciated. This guy might be the most appreciated guy on the roster, and there's the Vegas watch party going absolutely sick as ruthless Robbie Lawler gets it done.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee MacDonald has called a stop to this contest at 38 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, ruthless Robbie Lawler.
I'm here with the winner, ladies and gentlemen, for the last time, ruthless Robbie Lawler. And that was a storybook ending to an absolutely spectacular career. You couldn't have asked for it to turn out any better.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hard training camp. Nothing was going right. Today was the first day I felt good. My feet were moving really good, so I was like, okay, I'm going to do something pretty good today, and just happened to land some big bombs.
That's an understatement, sir. Let's take a look at it. I want you to enjoy this. The last KO of your absolutely spectacular career. You caught him in the clinch with some big uppercuts here. You knew you had him hurt. Tell me, what was the feeling like when you saw him drop?
It was good. It was just the ending of the career. I was landing some big shots in good places, temples, chin, just, it was too much. I was moving well, and it was just nice to end my career like this. These fans have been great this week. Media's been great. Thank you for the years of support.